Okay, using the inverse properties. I'm going to say this here. This only works if they are defined in the area. And I will say this, both of these, if you look at your unit circle here, the tangent will work on this arctangent because it's that right there first. And the arc cosine pi over 6 is right there. It will work. So both functions are defined. So basically the answer is just this. If they're defined, they cross out. That's -5. And the other one will just be what? Pi over 6, because they both are in there and they're defined. But what happens if they're not defined? Okay? Like right here, 5 pi over 3 is not down here. Well, it is, but it's not. You have to use the coterminal angle. I have to use -pi over 3. -pi over 3 is defined in that quadrant 4. The 5 pi over 3 goes around the quadrant 4, but it doesn't make it the way that counts because it's not between the -pi over 2 and that. So the arc sine, I can change though the 5 pi over 3 to what? -pi over 3, the coterminal angle. And that makes the answer -pi over 3. But what about that second one, cosine? Ooh, I want to tell you something. It's arc cosine. That's going to be 3.14, which is larger than 1, so I'm going to get an error message. So that one is just not possible at all. So it's possible to not have an answer. It's also possible you have to use a coterminal angle as an answer if it's not defined in that category. All right?